Well, the next race, the men's 300 metres, features no fewer than 3 Olympic Games champions. We've got Mike Marsh, the Olympic 200 metre champion, Quincy Watts, the Olympic 400 champion, and the great Michael Johnson, who took the gold medal and indeed the world record for the United States in the 4x400 metres in Barcelona, although was disappointed not to make the Olympic 200 metres final. Facing them is our own John Regis, and this distance of 300 metres is absolutely perfect for Regis, who many think should one day consider going up to 400 metres. He says he hates the distance himself, of course one of the world's best over 200 metres, so this compromise event of 300 seems to suit him ideally. He is the European record holder, 31.67, and he set that time on this track here a year ago. Really is a fantastically high quality lineup here, and also incidentally in the field for Great Britain is Adi Mafi, who is running very well at the moment. Michael Johnson, world 200 metre champion, and really will be everyone's favourite, I think, to win the 400 gold this time, is a man who never bothers too much about the British weather conditions. We'll never forget the fantastic performance he produced in Edinburgh on a cold, wet and windy night, and he set his personal best for all 300 metres on this track a couple of years ago, 31.95. The world record, incidentally, stands at 31.48, set by the American Everett and also Hernandez of Cuba, but obviously in what I suppose we would have to call a typical British summer's evening, world record attempts out of the question, despite the quality of the athletes in this field. So the full lineup then: in lane 1, the 23-year-old American Kevin Braunskill, former world junior champion. Britain's Adi Mafi, the Thames Valley Harrier, same club as Linford Christie, he's in lane 2. Chris Nellams, a 21-year-old American, excellent prospect, American colleges champion over 200 metres, and a former world junior gold medalist over 400. He's in lane 3. Regis goes in lane 4. Mike Marsh, Olympic 200 metres champion, winner of the American trials. He's on their team, therefore, for the World Championships. Marsh in lane 5. The great Michael Johnson in lane 6. Probably the finest talent to appear in the sport since Carl Lewis first came on the scene. Michael Johnson in lane 6. Then Quincy Watts, the Olympic 400 metres champion, who won in London last week and also in Sestriere in Italy in midweek. 44.13 is time for that race in Italy. Sestriere is of course at altitude. He's in 7, and Pat Delis of Trinidad in lane 8. That's Braunskill on the inside.
On your mark.
Quincy Watts right of the picture, Pat Delis, the Trinidadian, on the left. Regis runs in lane 4.
Set.
And they're away. Not a great deal to pick at the start there. They're all running pretty evenly, but Marsh in the white vest and blue shorts is now really pulling away from the rest, the Olympic 200 metres champion. Johnson with that strange bolt upright style on his inside, and Regis also holding his position well, fourth from the right. It's Marsh in the lead at the moment. Regis and Johnson both closing on him. Here comes Michael Johnson, and it's Johnson who's going to win it. Desperately close then for the places behind him, with Watts and Regis certainly in the photograph. Well, that was some finish there by Michael Johnson, because Marsh really did look as though he was going to win that race for, I would say, 200 if not 250 metres. Well, that underlines what kind of shape Michael Johnson is in, and that'll send a shiver down his big rivals for the gold in Stuttgart.
Well, on a cold and wet and windy evening here in Gateshead, he's just run the 5th fastest time ever over this distance, and really he didn't get moving, I don't think, until the last 60 metres or so. Then he really did pour it on. look at this. He starts taking yards out of virtually some of the best sprinters in the world here over the last 30 yards or so. That's the calibre of the athlete, and really going into the World Championships, this is the sort of form that we all hoped he would display in the Olympics, but in the end it wasn't to be. A great performance there from the rest of the boys. Watts was just in second place there, with Regis taking third, we think. But that was an awesome performance from this man. He runs 400, so he's got the strength, but the 200 metre pace was there over the last 50 metres.
Well, meanwhile, we've had field events